Welcome to the Ribeye Radio Show, the official show of the Steak Cook-Off Association. Now, sit back, grab a cold one, and let's see what's cooking.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Not that we had to give you a disclaimer for the first episode of Ribeye Radio, but we're back.
It's great to be back here from our office in beautiful Bedford, Texas.
Well, this is going to be our first episode of we're going to do our newsletter this week. Instead of doing a typed one, we are going to do an audio one.
Yes, it'll be much easier to keep everyone updated on breaking news and upcoming events, the winners from previous events, and some other things we have in the works. Yeah. Speaking of new, we have a new group page for the Steak Cook-Off Association on Facebook. The one page only Brett and I could post, and Joe and a few others. And, we like the feedback from everybody. So by doing a group, all the members can share with each other.
We're starting to see some really cool steak pics. A lot of guys practicing, getting comments on them. But feel free to post steak pictures on there if you're cooking. It's neat to see all the comments.
And we apologize up front about our Aussie friends. They have some pretty risque posts sometimes.
They're a blast.
They are fun folks. Can't wait for everyone to meet them when they come to the SCA World Championship.
Yeah, they're going to be fun. All right, let's do some quick hit stuff, Ken. How about registration? Last couple events have been at 9 or 10 teams signed up by Friday, the Friday before the event, and then they end up at 30-some. If you guys could enter a little earlier, man, it would sure help on ordering steaks.
Every week we talk to those promoters, that are pulling their hair out, worry, and lo and behold, they, the event just last weekend in Warren, Arkansas was a great example of that.
Oh, yeah.
They just had a handful of people signed up, and they ended up with 44 teams.
We make a prediction on judges, so we had enough judges there, but it could have. We get too many more, we would have been in trouble.
So
please try to sign up a little earlier. You can actually sign up and pay later. Just let us know you're coming.
Yeah, sign up and pay later. If you need to cancel, let us know up front. But it would certainly help keep those promoters, get them a few extra hours of sleep at night.
All right. We have a fundraiser coming up that's for one of our members, Brad Powell, and you guys probably know him better as Crazy Cowboy. He cooks on the tour with us here. He's actually from Bedford here, but we're doing a cook-off next weekend here in Bedford. And
it's a Sunday event.
It's a Saturday event.
Saturday?
Yeah, it's a Saturday event, but he's struggling. He's got a cancer stage 4 situation, and anything you guys could do to help, come cook that event. We made the prize money on it pretty low on purpose. It's a charity event to help raise money for him and his family. So please come on out.
It's at the Harley-Davidson distributor in North Texas. So it's actually right next to our office. It's really a beautiful facility and great bikes. And it's fun just touring the store.
All right. Now, I have a new email that I'm trying to use for most of our communication. It's scacookoff@yahoo.com, scacookoff@yahoo.com. It is much easier when I'm on the road to check this email rather than the Brett at Steak Cook-Off or info or members. So, man,
Brett has more email addresses than I have curls. Jeez.
So, anyways, what else, Kenny? Do you have some big news?
We are doing a summer promotion with Kingsford Charcoal.
Kingsford Charcoal. What are they doing?
They are going to give away $5,000 to one of our members.
So next month, they're going to do a drawing at the end of the month. And if you're a member of SCA, one person is going to win $5,000 from Kingsford and SCA. Wow.
I believe they're going to send participants an email telling them how to register. Mm-hmm. And if you register and send it back, you will be entered into the drawing. And at the end of the month, some lucky winner, not me, we're ineligible.
You're not eligible.
No.
So
stay tuned for details.
That's a bonus for listening to the show. Nobody else knows that yet. All right, let's go to SCA International News. We've got a class and an event coming up in Japan. And is that late November or early December? Do we know yet?
We don't have the exact date yet, but it's in Tokyo.
Ooh.
38 million people live in Tokyo, Greater Tokyo.
I think that might be dangerous.
I'm not driving there. I'll drive on the left-hand side before we'll take a rickshaw from the airport.
All right, I'm in. All right, and then we've scheduled our second Australian event for later in the year.
That's in mid-October. So
That's Creekside, is that right?
Yes. The Australians are really into cooking, and we're going to do an encore tour back.
And we had, I can hit those glasses, got a weird connection. The gentleman that won the Tony Stone cook-off, guy's name is Kevin Jeggy. Kevin, I met in Australia. I met him in Vancouver at the cook-off there. He actually won the event in Amsterdam. So he is coming to the SCA Championship. He's fired up, but
A world traveler. He's excited to come to
world
Texas.
Traveler. He's going to cook at SCA events in 3 countries this year. I think he holds a record.
Wow.
I know he does. That's cool. All right, let's talk about some sponsor news.
I think there's a little more international news. Are you working on
Yes.
south of the border?
We're always south of the border, Kenny. All right. So, south of the border, we are actually looking at our first SCA Mexico event, possible class, working with a group down there, and really hope we can get that underway. But it would be really nice to have SCA Mexico going.
Is it near Cabo?
No, it's actually it's in just south between Laredo and the Rio Grande Valley, about 4 hours south. A place called Sonoma.
Sonoma.
Yeah, these guys.
As in California?
Well,
Similar.
ish. Yeah, similar. Same name, different location.
You'll have to brush up on your Spanish.
I'm telling you. Or bring JoJo with me. He's going to be my translator.
I bet he speaks Spanish.
I may speak better Spanish than JoJo. I don't know. What do you think,
I
JoJo?
hope he's not listening.
He will be.
I am going to be, I guess we're both going to be in the Atlanta market.
We are, yeah. And that's a PK Grills event.
It's the final of the 4 Home Depot PK Grill summer
Parking lot series.
Yes, sir.
There you go. It's in a town called Alpharetta. So looks like we're starting to get a decent turnout there.
The day before that, on the Friday, we are doing a class in the Memphis market. It's our largest class. We have 60 new judges coming online.
Wow. That's good. That's going to help that area as it grows. We're starting to get a lot of interest up there, so that'll support it. One of our sponsors, Pelican, has donated the trophies for the points chase this year, or the ice chess. And every team this year, every team in the top 10 will receive wheeled ice chests, whether it be a 45, 55, or the Big Daddy 80 for the winner.
Those are great coolers. I love them.
Yeah, the wheels.
You can move them, the wheels. It's all about the wheels.
It is. Makes all the difference.
I see people are winning on those fire butlers.
They
the
are.
attachment for the Weber grills. They make a great product, and Troy is a good guy. So go to his website and check out his products.
They've got an event on August 4th?
Yeah.
Ish? Yeah. August 4th in Omaha. It's the Omaha Steaks Cook-Off up there. They got 2 events, but the first day, the highest placing team cooking on a Weber will receive a hinge from Team Unknown Barbecue. Those hinges, we got one on the grill here. It's awesome, and they'll win a fire butler. So it's a great opportunity to pick up some free items.
And, your handsome Kingsford delivery guys moving pallets of charcoal. It's great to have Kingsford as a major sponsor. They have been gracious enough to send charcoal to all of our events. So love seeing them blue bags, and they make a great product.
If any of you guys are wanting to get your own rubs done, your own steak rub, one of our sponsors, Townsend Spice, will do that for you. They can make small batches. I think they can make as small as 25 pounds of it.
Yes.
They can make any size you need, but they will custom blend it, mix it to your specifications, and bottle it for you.
Yeah, they're doing our latest batch of our rubs. So
Good.
Shane Lynn is a great guy.
All right. How about Grill Greats? We're part of a promotion with Grill Greats in Kingsford where we're doing it's called Friday Night Steak Club. Winner gets a year membership to SCA. They get a set of Grill Greats. They get some steaks from Omaha Steaks, some charcoal from Kingsford. I think Yeti even threw in a couple tumblers for them.
That's great. It's a great way to bring new people into the sport. There's a lot of grilling enthusiasts, so it was a great cross-promotion that Brad put together.
I think the funnest part is Friday nights, Brad's always on there live, and he's got one of those tumblers, and you can barely hear him half the time because he's shaking it because he's nervous. Just watch it. It's worth tuning in.
Brett was down in Austin. He restocked the new trailer with a few cases of Dripping Springs vodka. So the Bloody Mary bar is back in business.
Yes, and we got a new Bloody Mary sponsor, Bloody Revolution out of Austin, Texas. They make gourmet Bloody Mary mixes. I mean, they've got a wasabi ginger. They've got one that's even called Ribeye.
Ribeye. I like that. We had that at the Keller event. The Bloody Mary bar was a big hit there.
Yep. We will have Bloody Marys this weekend in, where am I go? Bearden.
Then Diamond King fire starters. What a great product. We've been testing that with them, and they've come online. And so we're going to be giving away some of their products at all the cook-offs that we're at. So it's a quick and easy way to get your fires started.
It's DiamondKingSmokers.com to order those. They're great little fire starters. And, of course, the guys that gave us all the equipment to do this show, Ron Thompson and the guys at Tranquil IT. They provide the equipment, help us with the programming. So if you guys have any IT needs that you have, please contact old Ron. He's a great guy and a SCA member, of course.
Yes. The World Food Championship. A lot of our folks, or virtually everyone that wins one of our events, qualifies to go to the World Food Championship contest in November. Yeah,
that's the events that are qualifiers are marked on the SCA page. Not every event is a qualifier.
That's what virtually means.
Yeah, virtually, yeah. They only took so many events, and they set their schedule pretty early. But if you need information on that, if you win, contact them. They handle that. That is out of our hands. And they do that for steak and some of our chicken wings. So you just check the website. If it's on there, it qualifies. Let's talk about some rules, Kenny.
I hate rules.
I know
you
do.
Talk about them.
I do. We've been testing a couple events using a range of 1/8 and 1/8 to 1 1/4 inch. And the events we've tested at, we've done it at 4 events. They've all been great. What it does, it kind of lowers cost for promoter, but sometimes those 1 1/4 inches, they go on the high side, and these things are monsters. And you guys have seen it at events. Those are hard to cook. You're used to cooking a certain size. I think it's been a very successful test, and we'll continue to work on it. I think last week, didn't we have somebody lose a ticket?
We did. That doesn't happen very often.
And it was a paying position. So we came up with a policy over a board meeting this week, and what did we decide?
I believe 1 week after the event.
Yep.
So you have 1 week. If the ticket goes unclaimed, then the promoter just hangs on to the funds and, keep your tickets. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, the most asked question I get in email that I probably answer 3 or 4 a week is, what do you mean by any fire or heat source? Any fire or heat source means just that. Any fire, any heat source.
What about a George Foreman grill?
If you can whip someone's tail on a George Foreman, God bless you. Yes, you can use a George Foreman. We had a guy cook on top of a shovel sitting in the coals in Amsterdam. Had a guy cook in Florida and get a 5th place cooking on a chimney and a grill grate. So we have guys that'll try to sous vide steak now. It's not against the rules. Any fire or heat source, bring it on. We got
judges.
One of the suggestions we got recently was about the grazing table. When we're done, what they have. What we're trying to do now is if we have 2 tables, we'll put them on one side and the other. When we're done, try to let the judges taste the other steaks. Just it's something they ask for. It doesn't affect anything, and as far as judging goes, but it's a nice touch for the judges, I think.
That really is up to the organizer. They bought the steaks, so
absolutely.
What they want to do with the leftovers is really up to them. We encourage them to share with the judges, and so we're a fan of the grazing table.
All right. Just a reminder, the judging is sign-ups are first come, first serve. So if you get to the website and sign up, it's first come, first serve. We're not going to hold positions. We don't select judges. You got to check in frequently with that website as new stuff goes up. We don't always send an announcement when a new event comes up. We try to. Depends. Sometimes we're on the road and it can't happen, but please check that website.
We were getting complaints for the number of emails that we sent out. So the event announcements, we've tamed that back a little bit. So for the judges, when it's up, please keep checking the site.
We do have some more certified judge classes. If you have some friends that are interested in a class, we're going to be on June 16th. Well, hell, we're going to be there tomorrow in Shreveport, Louisiana. Following weekend is in Memphis, but I believe that class is sold out. Is it not?
It's sold out, 60 people. That's all the facility can handle.
That's good. We'll have support in that area now.
And then you're doing one in September, right?
Yeah, one in September in Apopka, Florida, and we still got plenty of room in that class. That's going to be at a great event down there with a great facility. Upcoming events, Kenny, do you want to cover some of these? I know a couple dropped off. Wildwood, Missouri is gone. Linden, Washington is gone. Had some there. Premier Grills has rescheduled their event. Just check the calendar for updates on that.
I believe that moved to the first weekend in August.
Think so. And got a new event in Camden, Arkansas about to come on board. Brand new event in Springfield, Missouri coming on board this week.
We're working on something in the Chicago market with Dave Raymond, the founder of Sweet Baby Ray's.
So this will actually happen.
Yes.
All right. We've had some bad luck.
Dave owns Chicago, so he'll make it. He'll make it happen.
I think it'll happen. Let's cover a couple of these real quick. The Crazy Cowboy on 6/24 is that fundraiser we talked about. But this weekend is the Bearden, Arkansas event. Next weekend, we've got Belvedere, Illinois, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Is that our first one in Wisconsin?
It is. Yes, it's our first Wisconsin
Speaking
event.
of first, we're having our first one in South Dakota.
Yes, South Dakota this weekend as well. And I missed a judge class on 6/22 in Belvedere, Illinois. Hard to forget I'm teaching that one. That's bad.
And then flying to Memphis to help me do the class there.
In between, I'm squeezing in a cook-off, too, in La Crosse. It's crazy. All righty. So, anyway, let's talk about that the 4th of July tour. We had like 6 or 8 teams last year that went from Shiner to Edinburgh to Shreveport.
Yes.
I think it was in a little different order. But this year, it's going to be Shiner on 6:30. You got Edinburgh on 7/1, which is about 3.5 hours away. And then you can turn around and go to Shreveport on 7/4. So 3 events.
And what a great way to end it. Shreveport puts on a great party. The fireworks, it's right along the river. It's a really quality event. That's one of my favorite events of the year.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome event. All right, Kenny, let's talk about the Pelican National Rankings.
National Rankings.
We've got our top 10 so far, and it's been really close.
There's some new names on here.
There's some new names from last year.
Funny name from some guy in Colorado.
Yeah. First guy on the list in 10th place right now is Jason Mazanek. He's from here in the DFW area.
And he's bounced all over that top 10, but he's hung in there all year.
Yep. And then number 9, this guy is based out of Colorado, which I'm working on we have our first event later in the year.
It's in August.
But somehow, this guy is number 9 on the list. He's been traveling a lot and doing well. Mark Beaver.
Yeah, congratulations, Mark and Stacy. They are everywhere.
They are.
I think they're even going to do the 4th of July tour.
Good. I'll be right there with them. All right, in 8th place is last year's SCA World Champion, Roland Escobedo, and Justin Swain, the man with the mustache.
They're good guys.
Really good guys.
And the ladies are on the list. Shauna is back on the list at number 7.
Shauna making an appearance. She's moving up. Number 6, Hold My Goat. Kenny Meeks is moving up the list again. And this guy in number 5, he doesn't cook all that much, but what he does, he makes it count.
Yeah, Justin Billings,
Yeah.
nice guy. He's been on the road a bit, too, coming to events. So
Yeah.
I think he's hooked. Well, speaking of being on the road, look at the next name on the list.
Yeah, Perseverance. Scott Lindley. I don't know whether Dan Judd or Scott has drove more miles. I think Scott maybe this year so far, but
I think Scott's made so many new friends, his head is spinning.
I know Dan has a new truck that I saw recently.
Yeah.
He's got 10,000 miles on it already. And he blames us.
Hey, we'll verify for the IRS for him.
There you go. We'll vouch for you, brother.
And look at number 3.
Well,
His
well,
name's
well.
been absent from the list for the first part of the year.
He's back.
He's
Johnny,
like the ever-ready bunny.
Johnny Joseph has
Number
moved up.
3. Wow. Congratulations, Johnny.
And number 2 had a great year last year.
Yes, Gene Potts.
Mr. Buford T. Justice himself.
He
Gene
is
Potts.
so consistent. He's on a roll, that's for sure.
I think he's taking this weekend off, and he'll be at the cook-off next week for Brad Powell's cook-off, Crazy Cowboy. And in first place, Mr. Dan Judd.
Congratulations, Dan and Jeff, a.k.a.
Jeff.
Goose.
Goose. I'm starting to think Goose is really running this thing. What do you think?
Yeah, he's the silent mastermind behind the whole thing.
I think he is. Anyway, congratulations, top 10. You guys are killing it. Great job.
It's great to see new names popping in here.
Yeah.
Scott just really been in steak cooking for about a year, and Justin as well. Done a few.
Jason.
So.
Yeah.
And Jason, yes.
Yep. Well, good. And then we've got our next 10 on the list. These guys would be, if the season ended today, these are your next 10 in points that aren't automatically qualified. Ed Falder is kind of leading that group. Got Chuck Evans, the Chuck Wagon behind him. The Big Worm, Joe Castillo.
Why does everyone call him that?
I don't know. You have to ask Joe why he's called Big Worm.
14 is Alan Newton, and Alan and Vicky. He's a guy to watch. He's a darn good cook, and he's due for some wins.
And then Christy Murphy. She used to come along with her husband last year, and at the end of the year, she started cooking. And heck, she cooked a couple weeks ago, and he didn't.
I don't see Kevin's name on the list.
Is there? Well, I don't believe we have a Kevin sighting in here. Darn it! It's your chance this week, buddy.
Congratulations, Christy.
All right, and the guy that is next in here is Jeremy Holmes. This guy is hosting a cook-off this weekend. I've been working with him since we started planning this thing, and they're doing a great job. It's a very small town, and this event is going to be huge for that town. So thank you guys for
they've worked hard.
that.
That's going to be a great event.
Yeah. This guy did well. Jonathan Rogers, Roger, he's traveled too. I've seen him in Houston, Little Rock.
Yeah.
He's been around. And then Larry Dolan, he drives all the way from Iowa too. Or is
He's
he
from Minnesota.
Oh, that's right.
The Dolan brothers, Dick and Larry.
That's true.
We ran into him South Texas. He was at Houston. So he's been everywhere.
All right, and then we got another guy on the list, Danny Ewer. Danny's up in Omaha, Nebraska, so he's traveled.
The new
some.
market, yeah, he's been driving. It's good to see him there.
Well, it's good to see more events up there. These guys have opportunities to try to get some points. And then
BQ
flying in at 10th place, BBQ, Brian Lewis. And he is flying. I don't know if you guys saw that Facebook post. He was on a trampoline, and they caught this guy about 9 feet off the air. Off of the trampoline.
I missed that picture.
I have no idea how in the heck he got that high, but wow, it happened.
And summer's here, so there's, multiple events every weekend, and things can shift.
Summer sizzling with the Ribeye Radio Show.
All right, I think we can wrap this thing up with a little championship talk, Kenny.
I came from a meeting this morning at Billy Bob's. We are excited to be at Billy Bob's for our third year. They're working on some construction, so hopefully it's either done before the event or they start. But they are just thrilled to death that we're back. It's such a great venue down in the stockyards.
It is a great venue down there. We've opened up on the website. We started to post some information for you guys that are already qualified. And even if you're not qualified, you want to get your room, come down there, hang out. It's a great time. But there are hotel discounts on there. We've got books of rooms blocked, and we're actually looking at one that's right across the street from it too. That Ken talked with today about a possibility there. So we should have 3 hotels that you can choose from. All of them, I would stay
close
at all of
by, and a few different price points. But they offered a really good discount for the one at Billy Bob's.
Great. All right, we're going to open up the sign up for teams pretty quick here. I don't think we set a date, but we'll get that rolling. We're going to figure that out. And we are still looking for sponsors for the championship, or actually we're just kind of in the process now. We've talked to some people, but if your business is interested in sponsoring the SCA World Championship, we'd love to have you on board. Should have about 15 to 20,000 people in the stockyards that day. So it'll be a big event.
I think we're probably going to be at about 110 to 15 events for the year.
Plus the 10 in points, so about 125 teams.
Yep. So it'll be tight. So travel light.
Yeah. 10 by 10 easy up, or go with a friend.
Yeah.
Share an awning. It's going to be great. We're looking at Friday night, some stuff Friday as well.
Yeah, we're going to throw the big welcome party. As always, that's kind of like the highlight. We're working on some sponsors to help pay the bar tab.
Hey.
And food, we hope.
No more shots sent to the stage.
It's a great party, but that is so important. I think that's like my favorite part of the competition.
Yes.
Everyone's coming from all over the world to come and compete, and we want to take care of them and recognize them all and just throw a big old party. So it's going to be a good time.
We've already got teams committed from Australia. Guy from Ireland's coming. Guy from the Netherlands.
Yes.
The guy from Canada.
Uh-huh.
So we've already got 4 or 5 already committed to coming, and we've got more events in Europe. There's another guy coming. So.
Sure. How many events happened this year? In 8?
I'm not sure.
8
I'll have to check the schedule. Yeah, there's 8 to 10 in Europe, 1 in Canada, 2 in Australia, and hopefully we get Mexico online before the championship. We'll see.
Yep. I don't think we'll have a team from Tokyo this year, but they're planning on doing 5 events.
Maybe they can come and demo that Kobe they bring.
Wagyu.
That Wagyu is steak
melt
sushi.
In your mouth.
It's unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, so if we don't have a team, they might come and experience the championship with us.
Awesome. Well, Kenny, I think
that's about all the news. I won't be traveling this weekend. I have got a family event, a nephew getting married, so I am hosting his bachelor party out at the ranch.
Oh, Lord.
He's going to show up with a few dozen friends and spend the weekend. So I'll be watching everyone on Facebook.
I'll be on the road. We're going to be in Shreveport doing the class on Friday night. Still do not have someone to cook for the class Friday night. If no one volunteers, it'll be Shelly. So we're going to do the class Friday, and then Saturday we're going to run Bearden. If you haven't signed up, there's still time to sign up for Bearden. He just upped it, and he's going to pay the top 10. So
we promised to keep these at 30 minutes, and according to my watch, that's where we're at. So great to catch up with everybody. Look forward to seeing you on the road, and until next week.
Take care.
Welcome to the Ribeye Radio Show, the official